Hey there, this is Clay with RelationshipInnerGame.com. So maybe you've met a guy, and maybe he seems really great. Maybe he's even your boyfriend. Maybe the two of you have even been seeing each other or dating each other for a long time. Maybe you even live together. But part of you is wondering, will we ever get married? I mean, I'm guessing you probably want to get married at some point, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, but maybe you're wondering if he's on the same wavelength. So today we're going to be talking about 5 signs that a guy is not going to marry you, okay? So let's go ahead and get right into this. The first sign that a guy won't marry you is that you don't really seem to be anywhere in his future, right? You talk to him about the future, talk to him about what he wants to do and what his plans are and stuff like that, but you've noticed that there's a key component missing, and that's you, right? Maybe he talks about how he wants to travel around the world or start a business or whatever, but you notice that you're not essentially in that picture, right? That means that he's painting a vision for himself in his life that he wants to live, but you're not in that picture, which means that he's probably not planning on bringing you along for the ride, okay? Now, if you just met the guy, that's one thing, but if you've known him for a while, then that could definitely be something serious, worth noting when it comes to whether or not he might actually marry you, okay? The second sign is that he doesn't really take much of an interest in you and your future, right? So if a guy wants to marry you, he wants to know kind of where you want things to go, what it is you're thinking about down the road, what it is that you see for the future. And if he's not really taking much of an interest in that, then maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he's not interested in your future because, again, he's not planning on being around to see all that stuff unfold, right? So that's something to keep in mind as well, is that he might be painting a future for him, that's number one, without you in it, but number two, he might also not be very interested in your future either, okay? So those are 2 signs that he might not marry you or he's not planning on marrying you, okay? The third sign is that he's there to celebrate the good times and to be there for you in the good times. When you got that job promotion, when you heard the good news about the thing, when you won that contest that one time or something. But he's not really there for you during the bad times. When you had that argument with your friend, when you lost your job that one day, when you got in the car wreck and you just needed somebody to talk to. And that just shows that he's not really there for you for the whole spectrum of life. Because, marriage is about not just the good times. Marriage is about being there in the bad times too. Because I promise you, no matter what your relationship is like, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And if he's not interested in being there through those down times, then chances are he's probably not very interested in actual real marriage. He might be interested in like the concept of like a big fun event like a wedding, but probably not actually the process of being in a marriage, okay? So that's definitely something to think about as well. The fourth sign that he might not ever marry you is that he has a hard time committing in general to things in his life, right? So maybe he has a hard time committing to a career. Maybe he has a hard time committing to, deciding where it is he wants to live. Maybe he has a hard time committing to, what he wants to do with his free time. He might always pick up something, try it for a week or two, then get bored with it and toss it and go on and do the next thing and try that for another week or two and get bored with it and toss it. Like if he just has a hard time committing to things in general, or just even, small things like, hey, what do you want to do this weekend? Do you want to go check out this one place this weekend? I don't know. I'll see what comes up, man. Maybe I'll come, maybe I won't. I don't know. Like if he has a hard time committing to that kind of stuff, then that could definitely be a sign that he might have a hard time committing to something bigger like marriage, okay? That's definitely something to keep your eye out for and to be a little bit wary of. And the fifth sign that a guy might not be the guy who's going to want to marry you is that all of his ex-girlfriends are, crazy, right? So if he has a lot of crazy ex-girlfriends, that, number one, could speak a little bit to maybe where he's at in terms of himself and his relationship with women and all of that. But number two, it could also just be him coming up with a reason to bail on the relationship, right? Some of these women may have been great, wonderful women. I mean, sure, some of them may have been crazy. I mean, we all have crazy ex-girlfriends in some form or other, right? right? Or is it just me? I don't know. But anyway, if a lot of his girlfriends are crazy, then that just means that there is probably many of them who were probably decent, wonderful women, but they just wanted, probably like you do, commitment at some point. And in order to invent a reason for not committing to those women, he might have, come up with some sort of belief that they're crazy, start accusing them of being like, crazy or needy or clingy or something like that, and then use that as an excuse to end the relationship and walk away, right? And now he just has this story that he tells himself, like, oh, well, she was crazy because she wanted to get married or whatever, right? So that's just something to think about, something to look at when it comes to trying to figure out if your ex-boyfriend, or actually your current boyfriend, or a current guy that you know or might like, actually has no intention of ever marrying you, okay? So I hope that you have not seen your guy at all in these signs that I've told you, but if you did, it's best to kind of really approach this now rather than later. And here's what you can do if you want some help, is to head on over to our website, relationshipinnergame.com. You can go ahead and click on a link down below that'll take you there, or you can type it up in your browser up above, and you can just tell us a little bit more about your situation, kind of where you're at. Just take a quick little painless, like 30-second survey. It's just like, hey, I'm in a relationship right now, just stuff like that. And it's like, okay, and then we'll go ahead and send you some strategies, some advice, some tactics that you can go ahead implementing moving forward to help you kind of get the relationship, get the commitment that you really want moving forward, okay? So you can find all that over at relationshipinnergame.com. And if you like this video, please go ahead and just give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and like the video. Let us know. Vote with your thumbs whether or not you like this video or not. And also go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get more videos like this right on your YouTube newsfeed. Additionally, if you want to, go ahead and share down below what have been your experiences with guys who have not wanted to marry you, who have been maybe commitment phobes. Go ahead and share that down below and get the conversation started. Until the next video, this has been Clay, and I'll see you next time. Take care.